Concordia. Tánaiste, the O'Donovan family in Clonakilty are in business for 7 generations. Tom and Dean O'Donovan are in business in Clonakilty 44 years, running a viable 7th-generation town centre hotel with 21 bedrooms, 2 apartments, employing 70 people at the heart of Clonakilty town. In 2007, they took out a business loan with AIB under a 30-year repayment plan. Several months later, Ireland had a bank meltdown, and the AIB hit O'Donovan's with changes on their repayment plan from 30 years repayment down to a 12-year repayment plan. No negotiations whatsoever. Obviously, the O'Donovan's object to the AIB, yet the way their repayments have been changed, because anyone who is on an agreed loan has the right to expect the bank to honour this. But the AIB railroad ahead with this restructuring with a suggested 5-year review. The O'Donovans sell family property to assist with the restructuring and continue to pay the new sum. Astonishingly, the O'Donovans discovered that, unknown to them, their loan had been sold to a vulture fund, Everyday Finance. AIB then closed their bank account in Clonakilty and transferred their account to Fermoy, going from 10 doors away to 90 kilometres away. So in anyone's view, this was to stop the O'Donovans from engaging with the local bank. Now, Tánaiste, as far as I know by law, a bank can only sell on a performing loan to a third party who offered the same facility. AIB did not do this. The O'Donovans tried to engage with Everyday Finance, but they make it clear they are not interested in piecemeal repayments, only large lump sums. At one stage suggesting throw a few million up on the table, as the O'Donovans are unable to figure they know what they now owe Everyday Finance. Their accountants advised the family to make no further repayments. In all this time, no communication has come forward. The O'Donovans are led to believe that their loan was purchased for approximately $365,000, and to try start engagement with Everyday Finance, O'Donovans offer $800,000, well over double the loan was bought for. And while this was rejected by Everyday Finance, and subsequent increased offers that have been made have been rejected, no gesture to engage has been afforded to the O'Donovan family other than rejection to their offers one after another. In 2022, a receiver is appointed, who sends a representative into one of the clothing shop premises belonging to the O'Donovan tenants in full breach of GDPR in front of customers and staff. This man, who would not identify himself, only demanding they would have to leave the building as it's in receivership. The O'Donovan family contact the receiver to engage with him, simply asking them what do they have to pay, and the only engagement they get back is a visit from the receiver with a bear rating engineer, a valuer, a photographer, treating a family 44 years in business in Clonakilty like dirt. The O'Donovans have since got a letter demanding all incomes from tenants. In all this time, Tánaiste, the O'Donovans' only crime was they owed too little, and their property is valued at a little more than they owe. Their bad luck was they trusted AIB and entered into a business agreement with them, which AIB broke. I am asking you, Tánaiste, to meet the O'Donovan family. I am asking you today, as Tánaiste of this country and a government who have a major shareholding in AIB, to launch an immediate investigation on how this family have been treated and their business have been treated, and that no further actions will take place until this matter is thoroughly investigated.
Thank you, Deputy Collins. Tánaiste.
Thank you, Deputy, for raising this issue. I'm not aware of the background or the detail in terms of this individual case and in terms of the O'Donovan family, which, as you have said, has been a long-standing business family in Clonakilty down through the years, providing a very good service to the people of Clonakilty and surrounding hinterland. So I'm at a difficulty in terms of responding to, in respect of the detail of the commercial relationship between the family and Allied Irish Banks. I know subsequently, I think you said Everyday Finance. Obviously, I will meet with the family, but I can't offer or promise anything at this late stage, given that you said it's gone from one bank to another, to a receivership. Again, and I'm not clear what legal advice they may have received in respect of what you have said. And prima facie suggests a breach of the law, maybe, but I'm not in a position to say that, because I haven't seen. This is the first, detailed sort of presentation I've heard in relation to this, that you've raised it now without notice, so to speak. And ordinarily, people would engage with people and see can these issues be resolved. But I leave it at that, Deputy. And I think it's again, it's not for me or for. I'm not in a position to direct that all actions cease. I don't have that executive powers in terms of the office that I hold. But again, there's been many cases over the last decade or so where issues did get resolved, where there were challenges and difficulties of the kind that you've referenced. And I'm not clear as to why that didn't occur in respect of this particular family business and its bankers.
Deputy Collins.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Tánaiste, for your offer to meet with the family. That will be greatly appreciated and taken up. But you did get the correspondence sent to your office. This is what the family told me 3 weeks ago. The O'Donovan sent you full documentation, full correspondence. Maybe you hadn't time to look at it. I respect that. That happens to every one of us. But I'd appreciate you would look at the case. To date, you haven't resolved. This family are at the very heart of Clonakilty all of their lives. They've done no wrong here. And their lives have been ruined by the incompetence of many. Their agony can't continue. Too many livelihoods depend on the O'Donovan family. Clonakilty and its surrounds depends on this family. I spoke to a prominent business person in Clonakilty last week. I told him if I was to organise a protest in support of the family, 5,000 people would turn up. The answer he gave me is 10,000 at the flick of a finger would turn up. This family are so highly respected in this town. I ask you, will you personally meet the O'Donovan family, which you said you will? And as the state is AIB's largest shareholder, the state can turn their back here. If you do, it's turning your back on West Cork. The state has directors on the board of this bank, and I'm asking you to use every mechanism of the state to broker a solution to suit all parties to bring this sad and shocking tale to an end.
Thank you, Deputy. Tánaiste.
That correspondence hasn't been brought to my attention. I'm not clear which office it was sent to. But could I really put it through the chair to you? Why didn't you come to me 3 weeks ago? I'm just asking you, Deputy. You know, there is a way of doing things, and I don't mind you raising. I'm just asking you. You've raised it publicly, and you kind of said there in the second supplementary that you got correspondence 3 weeks ago. I haven't seen that correspondence. Right? I'm not sure which office. I'll check that now after this. But many deputies in the House, irrespective of parties or party position, will often come to me or say, "Look, there's an issue here. Can your office or can you do anything about it?" I would respectfully say you could have availed of that opportunity. But look, you've raised it now. We'll take it up from there.